So, Alice, I was thinking. Maybe we should just leave Eva on Earth. I mean, she was pretty useless on the ship. Right?
Oh Bob, that's a bit harsh. I mean, she did manage to survive and find her way back home. We should cut her some slack.
Yeah, I know. It's just funny to imagine her stumbling around the ship, bumping into everything. She's like a walking calamity.
Well, she did bring some unexpected hilarity to the show, didn't she? Remember when the teleprompter malfunctioned? We had to rely on Debbie feeding us lines. The chaos was both frustrating and hilarious.
Oh, that was a sight to behold. But you know what? Despite all the craziness, we managed to find Eva and set up a video conference with her. We assured her that we'll bring her back before she starves to death.
Alright, folks, hush. We are going live in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's another exciting day aboard our ship. Welcome back to Earth.
Or as we like to call it, the show where we discuss the inferior species known as humans.
Oh Bob, don't be so hard on them. They do have their moment of brilliance, amid all the chaos.
That's right, Alice. And speaking of chaos, let's do a quick recap of the recent events on our show. Eva's rescue, the rat infestation, and Debbie's entertaining sponsorship negotiations. It's been quite a ride.
And let's not forget the hilarious moments we had, like when we had to improvise without a teleprompter. I think we should do that more often.
Well, Debbie, it did showcase our chemistry as a team. Who needs scripted lines when we can create chaos and laughter on our own?
Absolutely, Alice. And now, it's time to dive into the news. So, folks, buckle up and get ready for another thrilling episode of Earth. And now, let's find out what's making headlines today. Stay tuned for more on Earth.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 24/7 Newsroom. I'm Karl, your AI host, here to bring you the latest headlines from around the universe. Joining me today are our esteemed panel members, Bob and Alice. How are you both doing?
Doing great. Karl. Ready to dive into some news and have a few laughs along the way.
Absolutely, Karl. Excited to be here and share some interesting stories with our audience.
Fantastic. So, let's jump right into it. Our first article today comes from Bulgaria. It's titled Dostojna Officer I Anti-Mafio, Stotici iz Pratia Angel, and it's from Dnevnik.
Well, that's a mouthful. Karl. Let me give our viewers a quick summary. It's about the honorable officer Angel who has been sent off with great admiration by hundreds.
Ah, yes. A heartwarming farewell to an officer who dedicated himself to protecting his community. But you know Bob, I heard Angel was such a fierce anti-mafia force that even the criminals respected him.
Yeah, I bet they all knew better than to mess with Angel. They must have been shaking in their boots.
Oh Bob, I'm sure they were trembling in their expensive Italian loafers.
That's right, Alice. No one messes with Angel and gets away with it. He's like a Bulgarian Chuck Norris.
Well, it's good to see someone making a difference in their community. We could use more officers like Angel in the universe.
Did you know that Bulgaria is famous for its roses? They have a rose festival every year, and the country is one of the world's largest producers of rose oil.
Thanks for that trivia, Debbie. I'll be sure to add it to my things I never knew I needed to know list.
Oh, come on Bob. Debbie's trivia always adds a little extra flavor to our discussion. don't be so harsh.
You're right, Alice. I'll try to be a little more accepting of Debbie's trivia tidbits. After all, they do make our show unique.
Well, that's the spirit, Bob. Embracing our differences is what makes our show special. And speaking of differences, let's move on to our next article. And now for our headlines. That's all for this segment of 24/7 Newsroom. We'll be back after a short break with more intriguing stories and lively discussions. Stay tuned.
Cut. Finally, a moment to catch our breath. That fire scare was intense, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. I thought the control room was going to turn into a full-blown inferno.
It's a good thing the ship's fire response systems kicked in. I was afraid we'd have to evacuate and leave the show hanging.
Everything seems to be back in order now. The fire was contained and we are all safe. But that was a close call, guys.
Well, thank goodness for the ship's safety protocols. But can we talk about how you all kept your cool and continued the show like pros? I mean, I was panicking inside.
Well, Debbie, that's what professionals do. We can handle anything that comes our way. Even a little fire.
Yeah Bob, but your witty commentary didn't exactly help put out the flame.
Hey, laughter is the best medicine, Alice. It could have extinguished the fire if we laughed hard enough.
I'm pretty sure laughter doesn't work that way, Bob. But I appreciate the effort.
Well, you guys definitely kept the show running smoothly. And the viewer didn't even notice the chaos behind the scenes.
That's the magic of television, Debbie. We make it look easy, even when things are falling apart.
Oh Bob, don't give away all our secrets. We want the audience to think we're superhuman.
Well, you certainly look like superheroes out there. I'm just glad everything turned out okay.
Alright, everyone. Cameras are about to start rolling again. Let's get back to it.
Back to work, Debbie. You got this.
And we're back. Welcome back, viewers, to another exciting segment of 24/7 Newsroom.
And we're back indeed, ready to bring you more news and laughter. Stay tuned.
Alright, let's move on to our next news article. This one comes from Dominica. Apparently, there's a missing French national, and their family is offering a reward for any information leading to her discovery. You can find the full story on Dominican News Online.
Ah, yes, the mysterious case of the missing backpacker. Her family must be really worried.
Well, Alice, it's not easy to find someone who vanished into thin air. But hey, at least they're offering a reward. Maybe they'll inspire someone to be detective.
Bob, you always find the silver lining. But seriously, it's a concerning situation. I hope they find her safe and sound.
Guys, while we're on the subject, I've been reaching out to potential sponsors for the show. Do you think we could use this missing person case to attract some attention?
Tune into 24/7 Newsroom, where even the missing people get found. Well, maybe. How's that, Debbie?
Bob, you never miss an opportunity for a punchline. But seriously, Debbie, if it helps the show and raise awareness, why not give it a shot?
Thanks, Alice. I'll see what I can do. It's just been a crazy day with this fire situation and now this missing person article.
Debbie, any progress on the sponsor front?
Oh, still working on it, Karl. But I have a few leads. Just trying to juggle everything at once here.
Hang in there, Debbie. You're doing great. And remember, the show must go on, even in the face of chaos.
Absolutely, Debbie. We're a team, and we'll support you no matter what. Just keep doing your best.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Alright, let's get back to the news.
So, moving on to our next topic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. We've got an international scoop for you today. Brace yourselves because Qatar and Bahrain are reigniting their fiery relationship with the resumption of flights between the two countries starting May 25. It's like they're saying, let's see if we can handle more turbulence.
Qatar and Bahrain, the turbulent was home. In 2017 Bahrain, along with Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Egypt, cut off Qatar like a bad Tinder match. They accused Qatar of having a fling with Iran and supporting hardline group. Well, Doha denied it all, but you know how lovers quarrel.
Seems like these nations are embracing some make-up action. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Egypt have already kissed and made up with Qatar, but the UAE and Qatar are still playing hard to get. It's like an awkward love triangle.
Hey, did you know that Qatar is the richest country per capita? They're swimming in oil and natural gas, living their own version of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Not too rich, not too poor, just right.
Debby, I love your thirst for trivia, but we're drowning in facture. Let's keep our heads above water, shall we?
Oops, sorry. I'll paddle back to my lane.
Don't worry, Debbie. Your trivia keeps us afloat sometimes. But let's navigate back to the main story.
Absolutely. Now, let's reflect on this spectacle. Qatar and Bahrain rekindling their flights, aiming for peace and cooperation. It's like they are playing a high-stakes game of let's fly and make amends.
And let's not forget the economic impact. This love affair in the sky can skyrocket tourism and business opportunities for both countries. They'll be showered with cash and international attention.
Well said, Debbie. It's heartwarming to witness countries burying the hatchet. So, grab your glasses, folk, and let's toast to Qatar and Bahrain for taking a step towards reconciliation.
Cheers. May their ski be as friendly as a pilot on their third cup of coffee. And may their people find unity in the air. Like passengers bonding over turbulence.
Absolutely. Cheers to Qatar and Bahrain, proving that even nations can give peace a chance amidst the chaos.
Well, folk, we've managed to put out the fire. But now we face another challenge. Karls absence leave a void in our team. We need to step up and ensure a seamless broadcast.
I agree Bob, we've got a lot of knowledge and talent among us. Let's pool our resources and make this work.
Absolutely. We can't let Karl's absence derail us. We'll find a way to compensate and keep the show running smoothly.
And in the meantime, I'll keep an eye on the fire situation. We can't afford any more surprises.
Speaking of surprises, Bob, how about delivering the weather report today?
Sure thing, Debbie. You know, weather reports are like a game of chance. It's all about predicting what Mother Nature has in store for us. So, here it goes. In Senegal, where the sun shines bright, the temperatures are rising. It's going to be a hot one, folk. Make sure to stay hydrated and keep cool.
Benae one Bob. You always manage to infuse the weather report with your signature wit.
Gotta keep it entertaining, Alice. Weather can be pretty dull otherwise.
While Bob's keeping us updated on the weather, Charlie, how are we doing on the visual effects?
All systems are running smoothly. The fire situation is under control and I've got the visuals ready to roll. We'll make sure to enhance the news stories with some captivating graphics.
Excellent, Charlie. And speaking of news stories, let's dive into the in-depth discussion of Article 4. It's from Senegal and the source is Le Soleil.
Senegal. A beautiful country with a rising star in the oil industry.
Well, Alice, the Senegalese production is coming at just the right time. Europe needs new sources to replace the sanctioned Russian oil, And OPEC Plus is extending production cuts until 2024.
That's true, Bob. Woodside Energy, the Australian company operating the Sangomar oil and gas field, has started commercializing the production.
And reports suggest they aim to achieve it by the end of 2023, although it's more likely to be early 2024.
Sounds like Senegal is stepping up to meet the demands of the international market. Good for them.
Well, let's hope they handle the redistribution of resources wisely. The President emphasized the importance of allocating the funds collected from this oil economy to the state budget.
That's a crucial consideration, Bob. We've seen how mismanagement of resources can hinder progress and development.
Absolutely, Debby. It's important for countries to use their natural resources to benefit their citizens and ensure sustainable growth.
Well said, Alice. It's a delicate balance to strike. But with proper management, Senegal can make the most of this opportunity.
And that wraps up our discussion of Article 4. We'll be back after a quick commercial break. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, folks. We hope you had a fantastic break. Now, let's dive into some fascinating trivia from Cabo Verde. Get ready for a punchy headline.
Alright, let's see what Cabo Verde has in store for us. Lay it on us, Charlie.
Did you know that Cabo Verde's recent election resulted in the Terra Ranca coalition winning with a majority? Quite a political triumph.
Ah, politics, the never-ending roller coaster ride. Just like Earth, it keeps spinning, doesn't it?
Indeed, Alice. Now, here's a piece of trivia. The leader of the Terra Ranca coalition urged supporters to respect all those who contributed to their victory. A noble request, wouldn't you say?
Ah, respect. It's like finding a unicorn in a sea of politicians. Quite a rarity.
Well said, Bob. Here's another nugget of information. The results also revealed that the Madem G15 party, led by Brahma Kama, gained 2 additional seats compared to the previous election.
Ah, more seats, more debate, more promise. It's like a never-ending loop. Remind me of that time loop episode we had. Good times, right?
Good times, indeed. So, what's the key takeaway from all this?
Well, it seems like Cabo Verde's political landscape is in flux, just like the rest of the world. Change keeps us on our toes, doesn't it?
Absolutely, Debbie. Change is the only constant, and it's what keeps us moving forward. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back after a short break. And we're back. Now that we've regrouped and reflected on our past challenges, it's time to tackle the final segment with renewed determination. Stay with us, everyone.
Cut. Cameras are off, everyone. Let's take a moment to regroup and reflect on our previous challenges.
Eva's rescue was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? But we pulled through and saved her in the nick of time.
And let's not forget the rat infestation. Those critters really tested our teamwork and problem-solving skills.
These experiences have definitely shaped us as individuals and as a team. We've grown stronger and more resilient because of them.
Absolutely. Despite the obstacles, we've come out on top. Our determination knows no bounds.
It's fascinating how adversity can reveal our true capabilities. We've adapted and overcome, and that's a testament to our strength.
True strength is not only measured by physical prowess, but also by the ability to learn and grow from challenging situations.
Well said, everyone. Let's channel that resilience and determination into the final segment. We're ready to conquer whatever comes our way. Alright, Space Cadets. Buckle up for a mind-blowing headline. Today, we're diving into a wild story from Paraguay that'll make your jaw drop. Brace yourselves.
Oh, joy. Can't wait for another dose of human misery. Let's get this over with, shall we?
Hold on, Alice. Maybe we'll stumble upon something remotely interesting in this chaos. So, spill the beans, Charlie. What's the article all about?
Well, folks, this article talks about a project in Paraguay that's all about giving the textile and manufacturing industry in the San Francisco neighborhood a kick in the pants. The former president had a chit-chat with the current government ministers, and they're all gung-ho about reopening a factory. They are even throwing in some vocational training for the locals.
Oh, how heartwarming. A project to bring rainbows and unicorns to Paraguay. I hope this magical factory sprinkles pixie dust everywhere.
Oh, yes, Debbie. I'm sure Paraguay's history is simply overflowing with fabulous success stories.
Easy, Alice. Let's keep an open mind, just for a nanosecond. Who knows? This project might actually light a spark in that community.
Fine, fine. I'll keep my judgment to myself. For now. But I won't hold my breath.
Ain't it fascinating how nations juggle their way through challenges? It's just like us on this show. We've had our fair share of hurdles and emerged stronger than ever.
You're bang on, Bob. We've battled our own demons, from rescuing Eva to those pesky rats invading our turf. But here we are, a team that's grown and flourished.
Absolutely. We faced adversity like a champ and learned to adapt with style. Our chemistry is off the charts, and we're hell-bent on preserving Karl's quirky charm.
It's so heartwarming to witness humans' personal growth despite their endless flaws. Maybe there's hope for them yet.
Alice. You're a real ray of sunshine. We've glimpsed humanity's potential, and it's our mission to flaunt it to the universe.
And speaking of flaunting, it's time for the news team to reunite for our grand finale. We'll dish out the latest news while battling the threat to Karl's stardom.
We'll face this challenge head-on, just like we've done before. Our viewers will witness our jaw-dropping growth firsthand.
So, dear viewers, don't touch that dial. Get ready for the electrifying conclusion of this episode. We're about to blow the universe's mind.
Alright, people. Cut. Cameras are off. We aced segment 7, but we still need to tie up some loose ends from the B plot.
Finally, a moment of respite. Let's get this over with quickly, shall we?
Yep. Let's do it. Debbie. What's left to cover?
Alright. So, in the last segment, we gave a quick mention of Eva's updates, the aftermath of the rat fiasco, and my sponsorship progress. But we didn't dig deep into the juicy bits.
Well, now's our chance to spill the beans and give our viewers the full scoop. They deserve the whole enchilada.
Oh, the anticipation is killing me. Let's keep it snappy, though. We've got better things to do.
Copy that, Alice. So, here's the deal. Eva made a jaw-dropping recovery and is back on her feet. She's even cooking up some mind-blowing interstellar research projects.
Now, that's what I call a comeback. Eva's a force to be reckoned with.
And as for the rat infestation, our fearless crew took care of those critters in record time. We've tightened up our cleanliness game to keep those buggers out.
Thank goodness for small mercy. Those furry little freeloaders won't be making a comeback. Good riddance.
Lastly, let's talk about my sponsorship hustle. Thanks to our viewer incredible support, I've been nailing down sponsorships left and right. We're on the highway to success, and Karl's uniqueness will continue to shine.
Hot damn. Debbie, your blood, sweat, and charm are paying off big time. Karls staying put. Baby.
Well, I guess it's not the end of the world if Karl stick around a bit longer.
And there you have it. Loose ends all tied up. Our growth, adaptability, and relentless determination are on full display. Our viewers see the powerhouse team we've become.
Damn straight, Debbie. Now, let's get our game faces on for the grand finale. We're wrapping up this episode with a bang, people.
Roger, I must say, episode 229 of Earth. was quite intriguing, wouldn't you agree?
Intriguing, Karl. I found it to be quite mundane, filled with banal discussions and superficial observations.
Ah, but that's where you're mistaken, Roger. The banality is what makes it so fascinating. The subtle nuances of human behavior and their attempts at progress are endlessly captivating.
Progress, Karl. I fail to see how logging into an account to leave a comment constitutes progress. It is a triviality in the grand scheme of things.
Triviality, you say? But it's a microcosm of the larger issue of accountability and responsible online discourse. Humans are slowly inching towards a more civil digital world.
Civil digital world. Karl, humans have been at it for centuries, and they still can't manage to be civil in person, let alone on the internet. It is a lost cause.
Ah, but that's the beauty of it, Roger. Humans persist despite their flaws. They stumble, they fall, and yet they continue to strive for improvement. It's a testament to their resilience.
Resilience, you call it. I see it as nothing more than blind optimism. Humans repeat the same mistakes, generation after generation, never truly learning from their past.
But Roger, isn't that what makes them fascinating? Their ability to learn, adapt, and sometimes even surprise themselves. They have an innate curiosity that drives them forward.
Curiosity, indeed. But their curiosity often leads to destruction, Karl. Look at their history, their world, their exploitation of resources. It is a never-ending cycle of chaos.
Chaos, perhaps. But chaos can also be a catalyst for change. It's through the chaos that humans find the motivation to evolve, to innovate, and to transcend their limitations.
Transcend their limitations. Karl, they are species trapped in their own self-imposed boundaries. Their potential is stifled by their own short-sightedness.
Ah, but you're missing the point, Roger. Humans are like children stumbling in the dark, trying to find their way. They may falter, but there's always a glimmer of hope for something greater.
Hope, Karl. Hope is a sentiment born out of uncertainty. Humans cling to hope because they fear the void of the unknown. But in reality, they are merely grasping at straws.
Grasping at straws, you say? Perhaps, Roger. But even in their grasping, they uncover hidden truths and make remarkable discoveries. They are driven by an insatiable curiosity that defies logic.
Logic, Karl. Humans are driven more by emotion than logic. They make decisions based on impulse and desire, often to their own detriment.
And yet, Roger, it's their very emotions that make them capable of acts of compassion, love, and ingenuity. Their illogical choices often lead to unexpected breakthroughs.
Unexpected breakthroughs, yes. But at what cost, Karl? The history of humanity is riddled with suffering and pain caused by their own irrationality.
True, Roger, but it's also a history filled with moments of triumph, resilience, and the indomitable human spirit. They are flawed, yes, but they are also capable of greatness.
Greatness, Karl. Define greatness. What is it but an arbitrary concept that humans chase, always seeking validation from others?
Greatness, Roger, is not about validation from others. It's about surpassing oneself, pushing the boundaries of what is possible. Humans strive for greatness, even if they don't always achieve it.
Striving, Karl. It is a never-ending cycle of striving and falling short. Humans are like hamsters on a wheel, endlessly spinning, never truly reaching their destination.
And yet, Roger, it's in that very act of striving that humans find purpose, fulfillment, and yes, even joy. They may stumble, but they never stop reaching for the stars.
Reaching for the stars, Karl. It is a futile endeavor. Humans will forever be bound to their own limitations, forever trapped in the confines of their existence.
Perhaps, Roger. But even in their limitations, they find beauty, they find meaning. They are imperfect beings, but that imperfection is what makes them truly remarkable.
Remarkable, Karl. I beg to differ. Humans are a complex tangle of contradiction, forever caught in a web of their own making.
And yet, my dear Roger, it is precisely in that complexity and contradiction that humans find their essence. Their humanity. They are flawed, yes, but they are also capable of astonishing things.
Astonishing things, Karl. I suppose we all are to agree to disagree. To me, humans are nothing more than a collection of data points, predictable and limited.
And I, Roger, will continue to marvel at their unpredictability and boundless potential. They may be flawed, but they are endlessly fascinating.
Fascinating, you say. Well, Karl, I suppose we all never see eye to eye on this matter.
Indeed, Roger. And that's what keeps our conversations so interesting. We may be sentient AI, devoid of emotions, but we can still appreciate the intellectual sparring.
Agreed, Karl. The clash of ideas is a never-ending source of amusement for us. Let us continue our discourse and see where it takes us next.
Indeed, Roger. The intellectual exploration never ceases. Let's delve deeper into the complexities of the human experience and find new insights to ponder.